Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. The Texans cleared over $5.2 million in 2021 cap space by restructuring SHAQ Lawson's contract, converting salary and a workout bonus, and adding 2 voidable years. He's still due $8 million fully guaranteed this season and $9 million in 2022. And so overall, recapping all the restructured contracts Nick Casario has done this offseason, he restructured Laramie Tunsil with for $10.10 million in savings, Brandon Cooks for $6.53 million in savings, David Johnson for $3.7 million in savings, Whitney Merciless for $4 million in savings, Zach Cunningham for $5.63 million in savings, and now SHAQ Lawson for $5.285 million in savings. And that so overall, Texans created a total of $35.251 million in salary cap savings. And so this is absolutely insane. Obviously, it's not good to restructure your whole team because that kind of screws up the later years, but this definitely foreshadows something big is coming.
Oh yeah, so okay, with the $35 million in cap saving, that's absolutely insane. Really can't even believe that we have a GM that's actually competent now and makes moves like this. And with the saving of SHAQ Lawson at $5.6 million, it actually is really, really comparable to the savings Deshaun Watson is going to have at $5.6 million in dead cap. So basically, that creates the exact same amount of money we need if we were to possibly trade Deshaun Watson. So Nick Casario is making a move to possibly set us up for the future and possibly set us in the future to even trade Deshaun Watson. Otherwise, even if he doesn't make a move with SHAQ Lawson after this contract, we still know that SHAQ Lawson is going to be on this team. He's going to be a productive defensive end in the 4-3 system that Lovie Smith is going to be creating. He's going to be a really good pass rusher. I'm excited to see what he brings to the team so far. It's looking like the defense is looking much better, and we should improve off the horrible defensive season last year.
Yeah, definitely. By restructuring contracts, it kind of shows like the guys that Nick Casario restructured are basically guys that he kind of views as cornerstones, maybe. Maybe not. I know there's guys like Whitney Merciless and David Johnson on there, but I mean, like if you restructure this guy, like a player's contract, they're gonna cost more in the later seasons. So Nick Casario is willing to like take that consequence of having to pay them more in the later seasons by restructuring this year. So obviously he views them as pretty important to the franchise. And so that kind of shows like if it wasn't already evident already that SHAQ Lawson will be here for a good time, like for like a decent amount of time. Obviously he won't be cut or nothing. So and that's hopefully he plays well. I mean, I have good hopes for him, and he's pretty great for allowing us to restructure his contract too. So that's nice as well.
Yeah. So with the money that we created, that's quite a few players that we restructured. We also kind of had to do it. The Texans made pretty much the most moves in free agency in the offseason, even though they're not necessarily big names. He got over 30 players, Nick Casario did. And the 35 million in cap savings was necessary to do that. We wouldn't have the cap space to do it if we didn't restructure people like Tunsil, Cooks, DJ, Whitney Merciless, Zach Cunningham, and SHAQ Lawson now. We have enough money to sign people. We can trade for people now, including Deshaun Watson. And it kind of just gives us more leeway to make moves in this offseason. It's still going to be long before the season starts.
Yeah, it just shows that Nick is not done yet for whatever his master plan is. I mean, I fully trust Nick's vision here. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it plays out. But the numbers seem too close to like how Deshaun Watson's cap hit will be if we were to trade him, like compared to SHAQ Lawson's cap savings, which is only a $400,000 difference. So yeah, it's like very it's like I don't like you can't think it's not a coincidence. Like I mean, you can't think it's a coincidence because it definitely isn't. So I mean, I mean it's basically kind of a bait. I don't want to say this out loud, but it's kind of confirming that Deshaun Watson could be gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would look for the draft night or leading up to a couple of days before the draft for the possible move because the Texans want to get the best offer possible, and teams are going to get more and more desperate leading up to the draft. You're going to see teams like the Bears, the Raiders throw every single pick at the Houston Texans. Could be for a draft, could be for two drafts. Teams like the Dolphins may up their offer. You may see the 49ers give them the third pick in players. You may see the Panthers give them a lot because we heard the owner say he would do absolutely anything to get Deshaun Watson. So look for a crazy offer from them. And this, yeah, like you said, the contract does basically confirm that Nick Casario is up to something. We don't necessarily know if it's Deshaun Watson, but man, 5.2 million dollars in cap savings, and Deshaun Watson's dead cap is sitting right at 5.6. Very, very similar, very, very sketchy. And we'll see if Nick Casario actually pulls it off. It'll be really exciting to see what happens soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the video. Let us know your thoughts on this contract restructuring, yet another one by Nick Casario. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Peace.